Hey everybody. I'm here today to talk about how to dream big and change the world. So Jeff Bezos wants millions of people to live in space. Elon Musk wants to colonize Mars. Richard Branson wants to take you to space on a vacation. These guys dream big. They want to change the world. Well, they have changed the world, and now they want to change the world by taking us to a new world. I think there's a lot to be done here. If I'm going to align myself with anybody, it's going to probably be Richard Branson, because I can see taking a vacation in space, but I'm not going to go live there. I live an hour north of San Diego. I need a beach. I need Amazon Prime. That doesn't exist on Mars. I've seen the brochures. Elon stopped sending the brochures on not moving to Mars. The thing about these guys, they are great humanitarians. They're also billionaires. They have lots and lots of money, so they can change the world. The reality is, though, it doesn't take a billionaire to change the world. Historically, billionaires didn't change the world. It was people like this. These people changed the world. Rosa Parks, Mother Teresa, Susan B. Anthony, Winston Churchill. They all changed the world. Some of you are going, who are all those people? You can look it up, it's the internet. So how do you change the world? Well, I wanted to figure this out. So I started studying how to change the world. And I found a formula. And here's where I break all the speaking rules, because I don't have my glasses on. I'm going to turn back and I'm going to read them. So I figured out that, the people who changed the world did a few things. They asked big questions. They visualized the world as it could be, not as it is, and they challenged the status quo. They don't just sit here and say, hey, here's how the world is. I'm going to accept it this way. They say, how should it be? They realize the answer is way outside the box. It's not on the edges of the box. We were all taught to think outside the box. Everybody heard that? Think outside the box. So what do we do? Okay, well, there's the box. I'm on the edge of the box. Oh, there's the answer. No. If you want to change the world, the answer's so far outside the box, you can no longer see the box. They found their passion. They committed to it. They said, this is what I want to do. They show up bigger than life. Why? Because they know that if they show up bigger than life, they will inspire others to join them, because they can't change the world by themselves. They trusted their gut, they ignored the haters, and above all, they believed in themselves. That makes sense to you? It's a really simple formula to change the world. This is me. So, here's what I do in my business world. I own a company called National Services Group. We've got some brands with my partners that cross the country. I've done this for 25 years. We employ about 2,500 people. That's my business world. My passions, CEO Coaching International. I've written 7 books. I play guitar. I went through an Ironman phase, a black belt phase, all that stuff. Here's what you don't usually see. This slide represents all the companies I have failed at. You want to humble yourself? Go to your team and say, give me every logo from every team that I've failed at. And realize, while you tried to put it on one slide, it really needed 2. This represents millions of dollars of lost money, thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of hours in hard work, me almost going bankrupt 3 times, and the best learning I could ever have. Why am I sharing this with you? Because guess what? If you want to change the world, you're going to fail along the way. And if failure scares you, then you shouldn't go change the world. That make sense? I checked most boxes, success-wise and failure-wise. I checked most boxes, and including a beautiful family. This is my wife, Kim, my oldest, Derek, my daughter, Ashlyn, Kyle, our dog, Joey, and Ryan. On March 12th, 2018, Ryan turned 14. He was a happy, jovial boy, always had a lot of fun, always had a lot of smiles. And on March 21st, he attempted suicide. On the left is how I like to think of Ryan. He wore that bear outfit until he was about 13 years of age. This is him after he worked really hard, got a bunch of money, saved it all, hit his goal. I remember Ryan being a hardworking, goal-oriented kid. Unfortunately, the other image is how I tend to remember Ryan. This is March 26th when we took him off life support. A couple of weeks after, I was going through the drawers in his room, and I came across one drawer. I opened it up. There were actually 2 sticky notes in. This is a picture of one of them. And it said, "Tell my story." And that's when I realized I had to do something different. So I founded ChooseLife.org, and we're doing a documentary called Tell My Story. It'll be out in the spring of 2020. Tell My Story is a documentary for parents to help educate them on that depression is a disease, not something you shake off, and give them the tools they need to take care of their kids. I also spent a lot of time in this space lately, and I realized there's a lot more to do. I realize that people have done an amazing job raising awareness about suicide, but the challenge is that teen suicide is up 70% since 2003. 500,000 kids a year attempt suicide and 5,000 die. It's the number 2 killer of our kids. I decided I needed to stay in this space and do something a little different. I decided that my way of changing the world was to be the spark that helped change the direction of teen suicide and to end teen suicide by the year 2030. So it's not just about me, because this is really all about you. That's what I'm doing. But what do you want to do? I'm 51. The years are clicking by. I got to get moving. Some of you are a lot younger. Here's another example of someone who changed the world. Bob Hunter, founder of Greenpeace. Bob created the concept of the mind bomb. The mind bomb is this. If he could create an image that was so powerful that it would get shown around the world, he could change the world. This guy was a visionary. This is before things went viral. His image was this. If I could have a whale, me on a boat and a harpoon going over my head, I will change the world. That's the mind bomb. If you haven't watched that movie, watch that movie. It's fantastic. That image started Greenpeace and started the modern environmental movement. You want to know who else is changing the world? AOC. Now, some of you are going, Jay, really? I'm like, yeah, really. Now, I get it. We have nothing in common, right? I'm a 51-year-old, gray-haired, old white guy. She has a picture of a guy like me with a dart on her dartboard, and she throws darts at it on a daily basis. All right? We've got nothing in common. I am not a democratic socialist. However, I have a total respect for this woman. Because she, 2 years, 3 years ago, whatever it was, no one knew who she was. And now every single one of you knows who she is. And she wants to change the world. And she decided she's going to change the world. Despite what her own party, what the Republicans, she doesn't care what anybody thinks. She's going, here's how the world should change, and I'm going to do it. By the way, you don't get to say, I don't like what she does, if you're sitting on your couch unwilling to go change the world yourself. It doesn't work that way. I respect her. I may not like the way she changes the world, but it is what it is. She follows this formula. So to sum it up, anybody can change the world. You just have to want to. There doesn't have to be a traumatic situation in your life to cause you to change the world. You can decide to change the world if you follow the formula. My name is Jason Reid. I intend to end teen suicide, or at least be the spark that helps that happen by the year 2030. That's how I'm going to change the world. Thank you.
ThriveUnion is a real-world community and life school dedicated to human well-being. Our regular events include parties, game nights, supper clubs, hikes, and Thrive meetings to build deep levels of intimacy, empower us to grow, and improve our world. Our life school provides educational videos, articles, conferences, and educational courses. Visit our website at thriveunion.org to learn more.